Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. It's the home opener of this new season between the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Here's D. Gordon now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Miami, short stop, number 9.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. Harold, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Well, you're playing good ball right now, and you know all day long, oh, they're bringing their ace, huh? Okay, that's okay. We're playing good right now. We'll match up with it. Okay. That's how you feel when you know you're playing good and you're facing their ace.
Batting second.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. On the season, he's hitting just over .290 coming into action here. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one. Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
Soft liner towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. In is Christian Yelich. Man at first for him following the one-out single. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup floats outside here for ball one. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Hit back up the middle. Backhanded. One there. On to Moss. Too late, and they'll settle for just the one. Giancarlo Stanton now. First time to the plate for him, and he's carrying an eye-popping batting line with him. Up in the 360s to start play. Ball one.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Digging in, Billy Burns. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Billy Burns.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. This Marlins ball club, Harold Reynolds, as they begin play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And that's in there, base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Coming to the plate now, Ichiro Suzuki. The average remains a very big bright spot for him at this point in the season, just under 400. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets ahead with a sinker on the outside.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all. Here's John Jaso now. He's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In the dirt. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line towards center field. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And he's safe. Now at the plate, Starling Marte. He certainly had it working for him at the plate this season. The average is up over 350 entering play. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Volquez sets. Full count pitch on its way. And another foul ball. Another payoff pitch. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. In now, Justin Bour. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
First baseman, Justin Bour.
He'll start the second with a curveball that's taken here for ball one. Now here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Batting sixth.
Digging in,
Designated
Quinton.
hitter,
He enters play
number
hitting
7.
down in the 240s for the year. First pitch coming, here it is. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
I like the aggressiveness, Matt. He hits the batter, then he comes right back with the fastball and says, dare you to hit it. I'm coming after you. He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2. 1-2, here it comes. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
I like the call for the 2-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. You got away with one right there.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. Standing in, Derek Dietrich, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Into the windup and the pitch. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Batting eighth.
At the plate, JT Realmuto. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's the first baseman, Brandon Moss. The average on the season sits right at 290 to begin the day. Here comes the pitch to Moss. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Yelich going back to the track. Gone to lead off the inning. Here's Gregory Polanco, and a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Here's a knuckle curve that backs him up a bit. Ball one. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Now ball two. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
Digging in the switch hitter, Raul Mondesi. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Coming on is Ozuna, but he won't get there. It falls in. Ready now, Carlos Correa. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back. First offering on its way, and he takes ball one. That's taken now, and it's 2-0 to the Pirates shortstop.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Runners off for second. Hard hit ball to second, and that gets through for a one-out base hit. The throw into second, and they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. And he's able to get back in there at first safely. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that's a fair ball. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead. Ready for another chance? Billy Burns. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a fly ball. Ozuna on the run. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Striding in once again, Ichiro Suzuki. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike one. Looking to minimize the damage here. Cue shot here out towards short. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. Now batting, Ryan Schimpf. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Ryan Schimpf.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. Now the pitch. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third. Digging in to try it again. D. Gordon. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is going to get foul.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it right there in his wheelhouse.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Burns is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Up next for the
Digging
Marlins.
in for his second at-bat, Marcell Ozuna. A base hit in his first trip. Line drive to left. Burns is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. And the changeup is way low that time.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
But he'll flag this one down toward the alley. Nearly trouble, but instead the inning is over. Stepping into the box, John Jaso. He'll start off the inning now against Edinson Volquez.
Sean.
And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. This one's flared toward left center. Here comes Yelich. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Center fielder.
Here's Starling Marte looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he's in there at third with a one-out triple. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Brandon Moss. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. And that'll be the 4th wide one, so put runners at the corners here with one man gone.
Now batting.
Digging in, Gregory Polanco. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Runners are at the corners with one man out. And a pickoff throw to third. And a dive, but he's back in. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Yelich going back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Now at the plate, Raul Mondesi. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a sinking fastball that stayed a little high apparently. Here comes the 1-0. Heavy sinker just stayed inside.
Here he is falling behind again, 2-0. This has been a big part of the struggles. You can't pitch from behind and in hitters counts all the time.
Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Now in the box, Carlos Correa. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. Into the box now, Josh Harrison looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Softly hit here to the left side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Digging in once again, Billy Burns. A hit in 2 tries so far. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Now the 0-1. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Mondesi rounds the corner and is headed home. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game. Ready once again, Ichiro Suzuki. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike 1.
I like that take right there. I know it's a strike, but man, they're making him work. He's been struggling early, and now they're making him work even more. You got to stay within your game plan and be patient.
The runner scores from second. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. Throw won't get him. Standing in, John Jaso. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he pops it up back behind second base. Gordon is there and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Hit sharply on the ground. Correa scoops it up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Stepping in, Justin Bour. And maybe a little extra motivation. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the Sunshine State and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Miami Marlins. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle. Next on MLB Network, Billy Burns is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Starting to cool down a bit, but still 84 degrees as we start play tonight. Hit out towards second. Schimpf brings it in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Now at the plate, Josh Harrison. He's got that average up near the 340 mark to start play, so he's liable to have an impact in this one as well. And a ball, 1-0.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 3-0 now. On deck, there you see David Freese. He'll be next. That's in there. 3-1.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 3-2 one more time. Another one sent foul. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. This one's down to third. Dietrich ranges to his left. Forgets him. So striding forward now, David Freese. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Just starting things out here in South Florida. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Stanton on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. Here's Starling Marte. He certainly had it working for him at the plate this season. The average is up over 350 entering play. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's D. Gordon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, D. Gordon.
And that's in there for strike 1. Harold, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
They're having fun right now. When you put together a 6-game win streak, everybody starts getting interested in coming to the park early. Do I have extra work to do? Because you're looking at 1 week of great baseball, and you die for those streaks. They just don't happen that often in a season.
Marcell Ozuna comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Coming to the plate now, Christian Yelich. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. So stride. Into the box now, Carlos Correa hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
Carlos Correa.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Now in the box, Francisco Cervelli. Batting average for him on the season, standing in the 320s entering action today. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a soft liner. In time to first, and there are two away. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Phil Gosselin, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So stepping in, Justin Bour. He's got that average way up into the 330s to begin the day.
Justin Bour.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Marte going back to the track, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. In now, Quentin. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Coming to the plate now, Derek Dietrich. And the average isn't pretty, down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. 1-0 count. Here it is. That's wide, 2-0.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Standing in, JT Realmuto, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. 1-0 pitch on the way. 2-0.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Line towards center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Stepping into the box, Ryan Schimpf. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cervelli has a play, and that retires the side. Josh Bell the next to hit. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200.
Bell.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just got a piece up the line, but that one rolls foul.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A 2-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Schimpf onto the grass. 1 out. And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Pitch on the way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I'll tell you what, right there, Matt, that's a sign of a guy that was sitting on an off-speed pitch. He threw that fastball right by him.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Curveball grounded towards second. Schimpf picks it up on to first, and there are 2 down. Striding in once again, Billy Burns. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
Now that's that old school slider right there, trying to get in on his hands. We see that with a cutter a lot, but the slider's even more effective because you can't pick up the spin.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third, and he'll get in there safely. Digging in to try it again, Josh Harrison, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground, and no one will get this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Line toward right center, and that's going to get down out there. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. Here's David Freese to stand in, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Now at the plate, D. Gordon. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
The shortstop.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good looking sinker on the inside corner. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Harrison is after it. He can't get to it. That's a leadoff single. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Left fielder.
Settling in now, Marcell Ozuna. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Taken for strike 3, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Christian Yelich. A base hit in his first trip. First offering on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. For Gordon, stolen base number 13 on the year. In tight with the sinker, ball 2. 2-0 count, and the pitch. A bullet to first base, and the runner gets back, no double play. Man at second here with 2 away, and set to stand in the ultra dangerous Giancarlo Stanton. sent on the ground out to second. Gosselin is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Ready for another chance. Starling Marte comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Starling Marte.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he is going to have extra bases to start the fourth. On his way to second goes Marte. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Carlos.
First pitch on its way. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Swing and a liner. Foul. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Schimpf backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Cervelli. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that'll be the fourth wide one, so put runners at the corners here with one man gone. Now at the plate, Phil Gosselin. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Tapper up the line. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And that misses 1-1. Hit back toward the mound. Gordon is up with it. The second for 1, and that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game. Josh Bell the next to hit. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And this is taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Grounder down the line at third. And now from the air, a jump throw. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Into the box, Justin Bour. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
First baseman.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Digging in now, Quentin. He reached on a single in his first try. Into the windup and the pitch. And that sinking fastball didn't sink. It stayed high. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Curveball stays a little high that time.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Derek.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So we'll go a little deeper into the bottom of the fourth as that extends the inning. So digging in now, JT Realmuto. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Swing and a little blooper to center. Here comes Marte. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. And that brings in the speedy Raul Mondesi Jr. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Raul Mondesi.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Billy Burns. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. And he takes strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Again, a 1-2. And another foul ball.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Skied into straightaway right. Under it now is Stanton to make the catch, and there are 2 away now. Josh Harrison stands in. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit hard on the ground to short. Right to Gordon. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Ryan Schimpf. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Baseman, Ryan Schimpf.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Correa is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Ready once again, D. Gordon. A hit in 2 tries so far. And now the second pitch of the inning is popped up over on the left side of the infield. Correa backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Now at the plate, Marcell Ozuna. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Marte is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Vingold, in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
David Freese.
Push to the right side, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Starling Marte. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Hit on the ground toward the left. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Digging in to try it again, Carlos Correa. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First delivery to him on the way. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Yelich comes on now, and he has it 1 down. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Stanton. Now a reach, but he can't get it as he does a face plant afterward, and this is big trouble. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Phil Gosselin is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single. Ready for another shot now, Josh Bell. He started out the evening.
Josh Bell.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a line drive. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning. Ready for another chance? Christian Yelich. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Christian.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a curveball that misses, ball 2. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. Ready with another 2-2. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. And I might have jinxed him as he misses there for ball 4. Giancarlo Stanton now 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Over the bleachers and onto the concourse. A home run. Ready once again, Justin Bour comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And this pitch is lined into center field, and he's going to reach with his second hit of the night. Striding in once again, Quentin. A hit in 2 tries so far. First offering on its way. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Derek Dietrich. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hit sharply toward the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Stepping up to the plate, JT Realmuto. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Now a flare out toward right center. Calling for it, Harrison. And that retires the side. So striding forward now, Raul Mondesi. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Raul Mondesi.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But no problem at first, and that's the first out.
For the Pirates.
Digging in the switch hitter, Billy Burns. He flew out in his last at-bat. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Well, he is working fast, and he wants that quick inning, just throwing a lot of strikes. Right now, 0-1. Again, I think he comes right after him and makes him swing the bat.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th, as now there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Digging in,
Right fielder,
Josh Harrison. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Here's David Freese to stand in. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On the ground up the middle. Towards second, Gordon is there. And he'll just step on second for the force, and that'll do it for this half inning. Now batting, Ryan Schimpf. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Second baseman, Ryan Schimpf.
Hit back up the middle. Correa has it. And he's set down, 1 away. Here's D. Gordon now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit out towards second. Gosselin scoops it up. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Digging in, Marcell Ozuna. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Tapper right back to the mound. On to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. Stepping up now, Starling Marte. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Starling Marte.
Heading out towards shallow right. Therefore, it is Stanton, and he's got it for the first out. Now in the box, Carlos Correa. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. On the move is Ozuna, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting.
In now, Francisco Cervelli. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Swing and a liner, but foul. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Yelich is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. At the plate, Christian Yelich. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Christian Yelich.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball 1. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
No problem here. 1 away. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Giancarlo Stanton. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Grounded back up the middle. Gosselin ranging up the middle. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Justin Bour. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Line to the right side. And now Harrison will look this one in to retire the side. Stepping into the box, Phil Gosselin. He'll be the one to lead it off, needing 1 to tie in the top of the 9th. J. Ramos comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here. Gregory Polanco will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Now at the plate, Josh Bell. He was a ground out victim last time up. John Jaso will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. 281 the average entering play. Still without a home run and 3 driven in. On to first, and now the Pirates are down to their final out.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Raul Mondesi. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ichiro Suzuki. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Swing and a miss, and with that, the Bucks are down to perhaps their final strike of the ballgame. Hit slowly back to the mound. Throw in time, and the ball game is over. And the Marlins got a big lift here tonight from the contributions of this man, Giancarlo Stanton. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, you could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys, too.